It's 10 p.m. You're finally ready to relax and stream your favorite show. But just as you hit play, the dreaded buffering wheel appears. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Millions of people experience this exact frustration every evening. In today's video, we're diving deep into why your Wi-Fi slows down at night, what's really happening behind the scenes, and what you can do about it. By the end, you'll understand the real reasons for those slowdowns and have practical steps to improve your evening internet experience. Let's get started and uncover the mystery behind nighttime Wi-Fi slowdowns. Hello everyone and welcome back to Just Google It Bro, the channel where we Google the hard stuff so you don't have to. Today, we're tackling a question that almost every internet user has wondered. Why does your Wi-Fi slow down at night? You might notice your internet is fast and smooth during the day, but as soon as evening hits, everything seems to crawl. Videos buffer, games lag, and web pages take forever to load. So what's actually going on? Let's break it down together. In this video, we'll start by explaining how your internet connection is actually shared with your entire neighborhood. Then, we'll dive into the concept of network congestion and reveal what your ISP is really doing during those peak hours. We'll also look at how streaming services like Netflix and YouTube have made the problem worse. And finally, we'll give you 4 practical tips you can use tonight to boost your speed. By the end, you'll know exactly why your Wi-Fi slows down at night and what you can do about it. Let's start with a fact most people don't realize. Your home internet connection isn't just yours. It's shared with every home in your neighborhood. This is the root cause of most evening slowdowns. Imagine your internet as a highway. During the day, there's barely any traffic. You can drive straight through without any slowdowns. But in the evening, everyone gets on the road at once, and suddenly there's a traffic jam. The highway hasn't changed, but the number of cars has. That's exactly what happens to your internet every night. Think of your internet connection as a highway. On a quiet afternoon, you can drive from one end to the other without a single slowdown. That's your internet during the day, fast, open, and reliable. But on a Friday evening, everyone finishes work and gets on the road at the same time. The highway hasn't changed, but now it's packed. Everyone is forced to slow down. This is exactly what happens to your internet every evening when everyone in your area logs on at once. Your internet service provider, or ISP, runs physical cables through your neighborhood. These cables serve every home on your street at the same time. During the day, most people are at work or school, so very few devices are using those cables. But in the evening, everyone comes home and connects their devices at once. The shared cable becomes overwhelmed and speeds drop for everyone. Engineers even call this the evening rush hour, just like traffic on the roads. Now let's talk about what's happening inside your ISP's network during those slow evening hours. When you press play on a video, your request travels a long journey from your device, through your router, into your ISP's cables, and finally to a data center. Every step has a maximum capacity. When thousands of people make similar requests at the same time, those data pipes fill up and everything backs up. That's network congestion in action. Here's something ISPs rarely advertise: the contention ratio. When your provider promises 100 Mbps, that's under ideal conditions, meaning almost nobody else is online. The contention ratio describes how many households share the same bandwidth at once. For example, a 50:1 ratio means 50 homes compete for the same pool of bandwidth. Budget ISPs often use high contention ratios to keep costs low, which is why their evening speeds can be much worse than advertised. Premium fiber providers usually offer much lower contention ratios than traditional cable ISPs. This is one of the main reasons fiber feels more consistent throughout the day and evening. Fiber cables can handle much more data at once, so even during peak hours, you're less likely to notice slowdowns. If you've ever wondered why your friend with fiber never complains about buffering, now you know why. Let's talk about how streaming services have made evening slowdowns even worse. Over the last decade, video streaming has exploded. Imagine a neighborhood of just 50 homes. If half of them stream a 4K video at the same time, that's hundreds of gigabytes of data flowing through shared cables every hour. Multiply that by every neighborhood in every city, and you can see why engineers worry about evening congestion. Really grasp the scale, consider this. If just 25 homes in a neighborhood are streaming 4K video at once, that's between 375 and 625 gigabytes of data every hour. Most city infrastructure was built long before 4K streaming existed, so it's no wonder the system gets overwhelmed. This is a big reason why your internet slows down at night. There's simply more data than the cables were designed to handle. Netflix recognized the congestion problem early and invested billions in a solution called Open Connect. Instead of making your stream travel from a distant data center, Netflix placed their own servers inside ISP buildings worldwide. This means when you watch a popular show, it's delivered from a server just a few kilometers away, not thousands of miles. That's why Netflix often buffers less than smaller streaming services during peak hours. Netflix's Open Connect network now delivers over 95% of all Netflix traffic locally. This dramatically reduces the load on the broader internet infrastructure during evening hours. By keeping popular content close to viewers, Netflix helps ease congestion for everyone, not just their own customers. It's a smart solution to a massive problem. Now that we've covered why your Wi-Fi slows down at night, let's talk about what you can actually do to improve your speeds. While you can't fix your ISP's infrastructure, there are practical steps you can take at home to make a real difference. Here are 4 things you can try tonight to boost your internet during those slow evening hours. Large downloads, game updates, and cloud backups don't need to happen at 8 p.m. If you schedule these tasks for after midnight or early morning, you'll often see much faster speeds. That's because network congestion is lowest when most people are asleep. Most modern routers and devices have built-in scheduling features, making this an easy win for your internet speed. Plugging your TV or laptop directly into the router with an Ethernet cable removes a whole layer of variability. Wi-Fi can suffer from interference from neighboring networks and physical obstacles. A wired connection can't solve ISP congestion, but it ensures your device gets every available megabit without wireless interference. If you want the most stable connection for streaming or gaming, go wired. Modern routers broadcast on 2 frequency bands, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. The 2.4 GHz band has a longer range but is shared by almost every device in every nearby home, making it extremely congested. The 5 GHz band has less interference and provides faster speeds for devices close to the router. Switching to 5 GHz in your device's Wi-Fi settings takes just seconds and can make a noticeable difference. If slow evenings are a constant problem, check if fiber optic internet is available in your area. Fiber cables carry data as pulses of light, not electrical signals, giving them much higher capacity than traditional copper cables. This means fiber handles peak hour congestion far better, delivering a more consistent experience all day and night. It's a worthwhile upgrade if you can get it. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. Your Wi-Fi slows down at night because your internet connection is shared with your entire neighborhood, just like a highway. When everyone logs on at the same time, congestion happens. ISPs use contention ratios, which means your promised speed is only available when few people are online. Streaming services have made the problem worse, but solutions like Netflix's Open Connect help. And finally, you have 4 practical steps to improve your own experience. The next time you see that buffering wheel at 9 p.m., remember, it's not your router being lazy or your ISP picking on you. It's thousands of your neighbors doing the exact same thing at the same time, all on a shared digital road that wasn't built for this much traffic. Understanding the cause is the first step to finding solutions that work for you. Peak hours typically fall between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m., when most people are home and online. This is when the most congestion occurs, and when you're most likely to notice slowdowns. Planning your heavy internet use outside of these hours can make a big difference in your experience. Every device in your home, phones, laptops, TVs, smart speakers, competes for the same bandwidth. Add in your neighbors' devices and the competition gets fierce. The more devices online at once, the slower everyone's connection becomes. Managing your device usage can help reduce congestion in your own home. Wi-Fi signals can be disrupted by walls, appliances, and even other Wi-Fi networks nearby. This interference is especially bad in apartment buildings or densely populated areas. Using the 5 GHz band or a wired connection can help minimize these issues and give you a more stable connection. Where you place your router can have a big impact on your Wi-Fi speed. Try to put it in a central location, away from thick walls and electronic devices that could cause interference. Elevating your router and keeping it out in the open can help your signal reach more of your home. If your router is more than a few years old, it might not support the latest Wi-Fi standards or speeds. Upgrading to a modern router can improve your connection, especially if you have many devices or use high-bandwidth applications like streaming and gaming. Not all internet plans are created equal. Run speed tests at different times of day to see if you're getting what you pay for. If your speeds are consistently lower than advertised, contact your ISP or consider switching providers. Sometimes, a simple plan upgrade can make a big difference. Some ISPs impose data caps, which can throttle your speeds if you go over your monthly limit. Check your plan details to see if this applies to you. If you're hitting your cap regularly, consider upgrading to a plan with a higher limit or unlimited data. Smart home devices like cameras, speakers, and thermostats can use up bandwidth even when you're not actively using them. Make sure to check which devices are connected and disconnect any that aren't needed, especially during peak hours. As technology advances, new solutions like mesh Wi-Fi systems and faster fiber networks are becoming more common. These technologies are designed to handle more devices and higher speeds, making evening slowdowns less of a problem. Staying informed about new options can help you get the best possible internet experience. So the next time your Wi-Fi slows down at night, you'll know it's not just your imagination. It's a combination of shared infrastructure, network congestion, and the rise of streaming. But with the right knowledge and a few practical steps, you can take control and enjoy a smoother internet experience, even during the busiest hours. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.